I'm caught between a rock and a hard place right now because I think I know what to do about a certain situation that I had going on. But I kind of just want to spill some tea. I kind of want to just spill some tea. Spill my tea. It's my tea. So I'm not sharing nobody else's business. But
hey y'all, hey y'all.
Well, technically, I am sharing somebody else's business because there's somebody else included. But we're gonna keep their identity secret. They're not even gonna know. So, but if they ever see this video, they're gonna know. But I'm gonna try to keep it a long story short, but I'm a certified yapper, so I might keep going. So actually make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell every time I upload. It will be more often. I'm just not getting into it, chill. I'm trying to hold myself accountable. It's hard out here in these streets though, okay? It's good things coming for your girl. So big things coming for your girl. So I just okay, but anywho, so let's get into it. I was dating this dude for 3 months and it was going great. Honestly, like, there were some problems in the beginning. It was given emotional immaturity, and lo and behold, really throughout the whole 3 months, it was just emotional immaturity. Well, on his part, not mine. Now, everything was going great. Dates, gifts, planning, like showing up, time spent. Okay. Making time for me. He had 2 jobs. Okay. Was going to the gym and making time for me. I was all for him. Okay. Now, I wanted a relationship. He wanted to wait. And so did I. Because when I first met him, I was a year into my abstinence journey. And about 60 something days in, I caved in. Because the tensions was high. Okay. I caved in. Now, we shared our birthdays together. His birthday is at the end of January. My birthday is at the beginning of February. We did things for each other. He definitely spent more money on me than I spent on him. But I did something for him. He did something for me. And then I went on my cruise. Now, y'all know I went to Mexico, okay? And I had a ball, I had a blast. Except for the last day, it was a little cray-cray, which has something to do with the story. So yeah, I go to Mexico by myself. I booked it 40 days. Like, this is before we even did it. This is before we were even solidified. And I had been wanting to go on a cruise, and we were in a Lyft ride together, and the lady was just hyping up how she was ready to go on a cruise. And I was telling her, like, I've been dying. I don't even know when to go on. I didn't know how to set up my cruise thing, which I still got to tell that story. But anywho, my head hurt, y'all. Oh my God. I did my own hair today. It hurts. And it usually hurts like now until like tomorrow. But anywho, so she starts hyping up, talking about this cruise. And I'm like, is this a sign? Because like, I've been dying to go on my first cruise, and I've been holding off. And she's like, stop and just go. And I was like, okay. So I booked the shit. It was 40 days out. He couldn't go because he couldn't get time off work. Okay, cool. But I'm still going to go. And so I go, and the first thing I did, now mind you, we are now like going on our 3rd month of dating. He has made me upset a lot. I really have not done anything wrong. And I know y'all gonna think like, bullshit, but I'm about to tell you what I did wrong. Okay, I up until that point, I was just cool. I was the good person. I was the good one. Okay, but yeah, I go to Mexico, and I'm sitting at this restaurant in Cabo, and I hear money. Talking about money. Oh, she won $175. I said, what? And then all of a sudden they start talking about a twerk contest. So I'm like, And I'm on the phone with him, and he's just like, no. Mind you, we're not solidified. We're not in a relationship. We're exclusively dating. Situationship, friends with benefits, or more accurate titles, but he didn't want to call them that. He was dating with intentions, and he was exclusively dating me. And so me, I'm like, oh my God, I want to go up there and shake my ass and get some cash because I thought that's what was going to happen. But I go up there, and well, he told me that he didn't want me to do it, right? And so at first I was just like, I really want to do it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a judge. So I went up there to try to be a judge, and they was like, oh, it's going to be $5. or not $5. They was just like, you got to show everybody how rich you are, and you got to bid on being a judge. And I was like, I'm rich in spirit. I got $5 for you. And they was like, all right, you got $5, like all on the mic. And so then this black man, which was a rarity, because there was really rarely any black people. I swear it was just like us 3 black people that I'm about to talk about in this story. Am I gonna go into details about my twerking contest? Because I came here for the tea. But I guess if I don't give y'all the details, like how are you gonna know? It was like, okay, anyway. So I go up there to be a judge. I'm like $5. And then this black man comes up and he got 20. I said, oh, you got it. And they still needed an extra twerker. So I was like, I'm gonna just join the competition. Now there was a black lady up there and I was already about to give her the crown. I already had it in my mind. She was gonna win. So I joined the competition and I'm number 5. Okay. However, I went like 3rd, but I'm number 5. And it was just us 2 black women, and then they were freaking older married white women up there just having fun, you know? And so it was my turn, and I'm thinking to myself, I got a man, so I'm gonna be respectful. Like, I'm gonna twerk, but I'm not gonna twerk on him. I'm not gonna touch him. I'm not gonna do too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, excuse me, I did a cute little twerk. It was not recorded by me. It might be floating around in a bunch of people's phones. It's definitely floating around in a bunch of people's phones, but I wasn't doing too much. And I can't smile too hard because my head, gang. But anywho, I didn't do too much, but I did my thing. Because y'all know I'm working with something back there, okay? I'm working with it. And so I didn't do too much, but I did my best. And I did the best. So anyways, so I went, and then they saved the other black girl for last. Huge disappointment. Sorry to you if you see this, but I was disappointed. She was thicker than me. So I was just highly disappointed. I was like, all that ass, and you came up here and danced like these white women. I was mad. Anyways, so ultimately I won. They didn't give me the crown because the black guy was with a white girl, and she wasn't having that. Even though the other black girl was dancing on him, like she got on him, right? But me, I kept it cute and classy. And tell me why she did everything I did. The black girl, she tried to copy me, but like I said, did a horrible job. Like when she first went up there, I was like, oh no. I mean, I hyped her up. I hyped her up. I gave her flowers. Like, you know what I'm saying? She didn't know I felt this way. I'm just telling y'all, she did not do a good job. But I hyped her up. I was like, hell yeah, I'm yelling and clapping and go girl, get your shit. You know, I'm a hype up my girlies. But in private, I'm gonna tell you, it was not it. And then why did you copy me? Why did you do all my moves? I hit the splits. I hit the like she was and then just didn't outshine me. Like if you were gonna take my moves, at least do better than me. All that ass you got. Anyway, so I did the twerking contest. I told him about it. He didn't like it, but I was like, I'm on vacation. You know, I wasn't on him. I didn't do too much. And mind you, I'm still on the cruise when I told him this. So he don't like that, whatever. But he's just like, all right, cool. Like, you know, I believe you. Like, okay, whatever, cool. So then fast forward to the last day, we go to Ensenada. And I got dressed with him on the phone. Like, he saw what I had on. And if you look on my Instagram and my Ensenada, you'll see what I wore. That's what I wore. And I went to Papa's and Beers. And I walk in, and it's kind of lit. There's kids in there. So I'm like, okay, cool. So this is cool, I guess. I don't know. I didn't do any type of fucking research before I went to fucking Mexico. I just be going places and doing shit, y'all. I don't know what the fuck I be doing. Anyways, and plus I don't get out much. And the little bit of much that I did get out, it's usually out in the forest somewhere. Out in the river, out in the beach. Like, it's never really in a city at a bar. I don't do that kind of shit. But I remember Coyote Ugly, right? And so they're like, oh, body shots, body shots, body shots. And I'm over here thinking, like, they're going to put a glass, put some alcohol in it, put it on my stomach, maybe my chest or whatever, and they're going to drink the shot off. Well, I was sadly fucking mistaken. because I fucking get on this table and there's people recording me. And then this dude they're workers, right? Tries to take my titty out. He took it out actually. And I was just like, whoa. And like, I was embarrassed. I spilled my drink. I spilled my pina colada. Hella cute little girl. I don't know if y'all ever seen that, but she was just like, my second colada, pina colada. She was so cute. Anyways, but yeah, I spilled my fucking pina colada drink all over me. And so I'm like trying to sit up, and then here comes the whipped cream. And here comes this random nigga with another random nigga. And he's like burying his face all in my body and like trying to take my tootie out and get it. And I'm like, whoa. Like, I'm overstimulated. Hella overstimulated. Because since you try to take my titty out, I was very surprised because I was not expecting that. Then I spilled my drink. And then y'all pulling out whipped cream. And now y'all trying to take it again. And then it was this bitch recording me. And she was recording the whole thing. And I was just like, ah. So I'm feeling embarrassed. Okay, I am not okay. I'm traumatized. Like, that was not fun for me. I was like, bro. So I get up, I clean myself off. You know, I'm talking to these girls and I'm like, this is my first time. I had no idea this was going to happen. And they're basically looking at me like, too bad, so sad you didn't know. Like, you know, and then like, even when, because I left, I finished my little pina colada. I left and I walked off, and I had accidentally FaceTimed him while I was talking to this girl. And then so I left and I like started crying, and he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like telling him, because like I was overwhelmed. I didn't cry until I actually left, but I'm just like, bro, I feel so violated, and it's my fault because I put myself in that position. Whatever, cool, I'll take that. And so I'm crying. He's going off because I didn't tell him what happened. I didn't tell him in detail. I just told him that I wanted to do body shots and it got out of hand. And he was just like going off. Like, he was pissed off. Okay, he was pissed. And then like I had to hang up with him and call like one of my friends. I had to phone a friend because I'm just like, bro, I understand. I get it. I totally get it. And like, I'll let you have that. But like right now, I feel violated and I need someone to care for me. He wasn't giving me that. So I called my homies. I called my homie, and he's giving me all the compassion that I would have loved from this man. But he's calming me down, and it's like, oh my God, like, it was just so embarrassing. I'm just crying. I'm trying to catch my breath. I'm trying not to show everybody else that I'm crying because I'm in fucking public, and I have my glasses on, and I'm just like really trying not to show this shit. But it was hard. It was hard because I don't party. I don't go out to clubs. I hate bars. I hate clubs. Not bars, but I hate clubs. I hate that shit. Like, what y'all consider fun, bro? I just don't. I just don't. I thought it would be fun, but that was not fun for me. So we get back. I get back to the boat. I get back to the ship, and you know, he went from like going off on me to like, you know, really just kind of like speaking life into me, like telling me like, you know, you're worthy. Like, if you need me to give you more attention, I will. Like, you are too beautiful to be putting yourself in those kind of positions. Like, he was putting me in my place, but like loving me at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was speaking life, but he was like, he's like, I'm so mad at you. Like, you're too good for this. You're better than that. Like, why would you do that? So we get back. I get back to the States, and I want to do my best to make it up. Okay. So I did what I needed to do as a woman. And I apologized, and I even asked him, like, what can I do to make this better? And he was just like, just be yourself. And I went in there and pulled down my alter ego, and I got to work doing all the things that he likes. And when we were done, he hopped up and he saw my flowers. Let me show y'all. He saw my forever flowers that someone had got me off of my Amazon wish list for my birthday. He didn't like that. And so he, you know, he still wasn't over the Cabo shit and the Ensenada shit. And so, you know, we just had some amazing sex, his words. And now there's roses on my desk. And I'm just like, you know, I'm telling him, like, I have nothing to lie about. I have nothing to hide. I never lied to him. I never led him on nothing. Like, when I did the twerking contest, I let him know I was going to do it. When I did the body shots, I let him know what happened. Like, he didn't want the details because he said he didn't want to get pissed off. But I told him, like, do you know the kind of shit that people be doing on cruises? What goes on the cruise stays on the cruise. Like, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, no. See, I'm honest as I can be. I have been a liar in my day, but I don't do that anymore. Is that a bell pepper still stuck on my teeth from earlier? Anyway, so yeah, so now we're arguing about that, child. And then the next day, we're on the phone and we're barely talking. And he gets home and starts having this conversation with his brother. And it just sounded too much like some things he said to me, but then it's just like also subliminal shit. And I'm on my period. Oh, mind you, I was on my period. So after we finished, I started my cycle. We're arguing. I didn't even know, but I didn't know until I got back in the house. Yeah, started my cycle. So now my hormones are everywhere. He is subliminally talking to me, mind you. Like, it was just crazy. I don't even want to get into all that. I even have like some recordings of some of the conversations that we've had. So like, I really do feel like I don't need y'all help and I got it all figured out. But just for content's purposes, I might as well just share some tea with y'all. But yeah, we're going at it and I'm telling him, I'm like, you're really hurting my feelings. Like, I don't like what you said that because it, it had something to do with the conversation. And I'm literally telling him like, okay, yeah, but this is why this. And he's just like, well, you got to deal with that on your own. But I'm on my period and like I'm hella emotional. So now I'm crying and now I'm explaining myself. I went on a whole explaining fucking rant, like, oh, digging deep into my childhood. Like, horrible. Wish I would have never did that. Anyways, so ultimately it was this thing about money. Now, mind you, I said everything was good in the beginning. Well, I think I a little bit sort of kind of fabricated that because the first argument we had was probably like day 3 of us talking. And it was because he just randomly made a statement like that he don't like gold diggers. And now I'm hot because y'all know what people like to label me as. Like, for me, that hit a trigger. And I don't know who he was talking to because I feel like either you have that own and like you have that own innate thought in your mind that like I could be giving gold digger, or you talking to somebody that knows me or follows me or something. Because why did you randomly see? It was random as fuck. And I'm sitting up here feeling some type of way and I'm like, well, I get accused of that all the time, and so even that conversation, it was just more so like, and I'll try to keep it brief because I don't want to keep going back and forth, giving all the fucking details. But ever since I met him, it's just been more so like if I come to him and express my feelings about something, if I'm just simply saying how I feel, it will then turn around and become his feelings and how his feelings are not being validated and how, what about his feelings? And it's just like, okay. I don't got time for that. So, but it happened. I put up with it, because he said that he was going to do better. He apologized, giving, speaking my love language, So, fast forward, it's just always been a complaining about like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to afford you. I don't know if I'll be able to like be like, and I'm just like, I'm tired of hearing about it. So he does this thing where he's like, he's still mad, but at this point he's taking it out on me. Like, so the shit that happened in Mexico, he's now taking it out on me, but he doesn't want to say that, and he doesn't want to admit it, like, because he's still not over it. And he was just like, I got so much shit to get over. Like, it was Mexico, then it was the flowers, and then it was because he told me not to reach out to my baby father for help, and that if I needed him or if I needed anything to reach out to him. So when I did, it became a problem. Like, when I can't, like, I never asked nobody for shit. Anything that nigga gave me was because he wanted to give it to me. I don't ask people for shit. I don't ever ask anybody for anything. And anybody I do ask is definitely my baby daddy because, nigga, you stuck me with a kid by myself at least for the next 18 years. If I need something, you gonna be the motherfucker I call. So he feel like since he digging in me, I don't need to reach out to this man for nothing. So I swallowed my fucking pride, reached out to him, and told him about this list of stuff that I needed for the house. And immediately out of his face, am I going to even be able to save money with you? Excuse me? And now, mind you, back up, rewind, because after he saw these flowers on here that he did not give me, the next day or the next time we saw each other, I can't remember which one came first, but he brought me flowers and Burberry perfume and some Dr. Bronner soap. I didn't ask. And so I'm like, dude, like, you told me that I could do this, and now that I'm doing it, now you're trying to make it a problem. And not once did he address it, acknowledge it, nothing. Everything was just like, I don't care how you feel. Everything's about me and my feelings because you fucked up in Mexico, and I'm still not over it. And then when you come back from Mexico, there's other shit that I find out that I'm mad about, and now I don't think that we could be together. I think we should just be friends. I don't feel secure enough to be your boyfriend. I think we should just be friends. Old me would have been, oh my God, like, we're supposed to be together, like, we're supposed to. I was like, okay. All right, then, fine. Like, I was just like, okay. We can just be friends. I'm cool with that. But just know, like, I'm going to be dating other people now. Like, like, the goal is to be taken care of. The goal is to be the best woman I can be for a man. But if I need to have multiple, then I did. Who am I to question God's will? Anyway, so he wants to be friends. Cool. I didn't really want to be friends because I just feel like, what the fuck? I go on his threads and I scroll down, I scroll back real far. Crazy, maybe. But I don't do this kind of shit unless Spirit is telling me, like, do it. And I'm glad I did because I come across a thread that says, if you on Section 8, I don't want to hear you tell nobody about how to strive for more. And I just wonder how many people on Section 8 you've heard say that. Because somebody will say, oh, don't take it personal. He could have been talking about anybody. He could talk about anything. I know for a fact I am the only woman in his life that's on Section 8 that has told him to strive for more and better. I know I am. And the fact that you would, that's not even all I saw though. There was more. And I'd have to go on my phone and go pick up the screenshots. Because there was other stuff that I know me and him personally talked about. And then all of a sudden, it ends up on threads. And I'm just like, you're not my friend. And if you're not my friend, this means you hate me. You're not even my lover. Like, if this is what you would... And, you know, I took a step back and I started to evaluate my life. And I was just like, you know what? You've been this kind of person. This is your karma. So I said, okay, fine. So I tried to still be his friend afterwards. Let me see. Are these it? Yeah, these it. So yeah. So yeah, it was something about interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh yes, and here we go. Stop being fucking naive, thinking your naughty but innocent energy is being translated as anything but sexual. Naivety isn't a fucking excuse to be loose with yourself either. Damn, please protect yourself and always assume no one is going to. This was a day after. Now, was this the day? This was the day that I participated in body shots in Ensenada. And I'm just like, wow. And then, yeah, it says verbatim If you're on Section 8, I don't want to hear telling anybody how they should be striving for more. No. Then he goes on. I don't want to continue to read it, but yeah. And so I decided, you're not gonna be my friend. So I tried to be his friend again because I was like, you know what, you used to be this kind of bitch. You used to be this kind of person that, get mad, get on the internet. And he exhibited a lot of old behaviors that I had. Like, literally, basically just got out of like a year and a half, 2 years ago. And I'm just like, you know what, if I needed somebody to be there, I just needed somebody to lift me up, even though that's what I've been trying to do this whole time, besides my little fuck up in Mexico or whatever. And so I reach out to him and I'm like, I'm gonna be on your side of town. Wanted to see if you maybe wanted to get some tacos by your house. We didn't get no tacos because he lost one of his jobs and he ain't been the same since. And he ain't have enough money to go get tacos. So he met me at the bus stop where I was waiting to get my bus, because if we ain't gonna go get tacos, I'm not about to just, you know what I mean? Yeah, so immediately bricked up, touching all over me. And I'm just like, this is not what friends do, And all he can talk about, all the entire conversation was just about how horny he was and how, like, he can't help himself. And so we were on the phone, and then, I went to go pick up my daughter, so I hung up, and I just decided, nah, fuck this shit, I'm not interested. Time goes on. It's like a week, maybe two, maybe a week and a half, maybe two, and he's like heavy on my mind. I've already cried. I've been sad. I went through my emotions, right? So I reached back out to him, and I wanted to check on him. And not even 10 minutes into the conversation did it turn to, I'm horny, and I want those videos that we made, and da-da-da. And I'm just like, have a good night. And I decided I didn't want to be his friend anymore. And now here we are a month later, and he calls me off of his work phone that I forgot about. But he calls because I blocked him. He calls me, and he's telling me about how much he misses me and how he really loves me and how he doesn't understand how I could just do this to him. And I'm listening to him, and I'm just like, okay, is that it? And he's like, I guess for now. And I'm like, I don't know what to say. And he was like, you don't fucking miss me? And I'm like, no. I mean, like, you've been going all this time, ain't calling, text, ain't reach out, like, what is there to miss? He's just like, so all that stuff you just said, you just lied, da-da-da. And I'm just like, no, some things can be true at the same time. Like, and he's just like, what did he say? So I'm supposed to just be stuck with a soul tie. And what the fuck did that nigga say? A soul tie and depression. And I'm just like, I mean, I guess if that's what you decided to sign up for and that's what you decided to take away from this, I mean. And he's trying to, like, basically rage bait me. But he's on his work phone. He ain't supposed to be on there, so the call dropped while I was talking. Because he kept trying to, like, gaslight me into, like, he wanted some type of emotion out of me, and I just didn't have it. I'm like, bro, like, I don't want to be your friend. Like, what you did on Threads, that was enough. That one tweet alone, that one thread alone was enough for me to be like, you're no good for me. Even on my birthday, bro, I forgot about that shit, bro. Even on my birthday, I got me a car, because he don't have one. I got me a car. I rented me a car for the day. And I have my affirmation songs. Y'all know the songs that I'll be listening to goddamn near every day. It's all positive. And he was just like, man, this is too much positive shit. In that moment right there, I knew. I don't know why I continued to go on with this man. But right then and there, I clocked it and was just like, this is not my nigga. Like, this is not my nigga, bro. Like, at all. This is not, like, no. And so, like, for him to come back around and then trying to make it seem like, no, like, he's threatened my friends. He's called my friends out of their name. Like, he's just emotionally immature. And then it's just like, after all this time, a month goes by, And you're still on the same type of shit. Oh, I just can't shake you. I just can't get you out of my head and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm hurt and I tried to act like I didn't care, but I do. And da-da-da-da. Too little, too late. I am ADHD. You leave me unattended for too long, I'm going to wander off. I'm going to forget you exist. You don't leave me. You don't give me too much time to think. I need time to think, but not too much. A whole month? Oh, I'm just giving you your space. And now there's nothing but space left for you to look into, because I don't got it. I don't have it. And it's like I did love him. I'd like to say I still do, but it's just like I'm disgusted at the behavior. Because, like, yes, it was hot and steamy and intense in the beginning. Yes, I wanted to have sex, whatever. But that shit has sailed since I'm not being emotionally taken care of. Like, I don't feel like my emotional needs are being met here. Like, everything is physical. You continue to complain about money when nobody even, like, really asked you for something. And the one time I do, you don't even give me an answer. I still ain't got the list of shit that I got it for myself. Like, what is the point of having a nigga around if you're not going to be useful? Like, and I'm over here doing everything I can as a woman. I'm apologizing. I'm admitting. I'm taking accountability. I'm asking you what I can do, and you don't have no solutions. Or your solutions are easy for me to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have time to mother a man. And that's what it feels like I was starting to have to do over and over again. I'm over-explaining myself, repeating the same thing over and over again. And I'm like, this is common sense. I'm breaking it down like even a 10-year-old can fucking understand. And this damn near 40-year-old man just act like he don't get it. And, like, yeah, I'll own my parts. I fucked up. I accepted shit when I was supposed to. I broke a lot of my boundaries. Like, I wanted to be in a relationship before I had sex. He talked me out of that, and he can sit up here and say that he didn't, and oh, I didn't manipulate you, oh, we both wanted it, blah, blah, blah. But if every time I'm fucking talking to you, trying to just spend time with you, just trying to, like, you know, that physical touch that you said was your love language, I'm giving you that in a respectful way because I know you really want sex, then I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna give you the touches. I'm gonna make you feel like you're wanted, and, like, I'm gonna give you that. But instead you're just like, oh, my dick hurts and I can't, like, oh, it hurts too bad. Like, just, oh, oh my God, don't touch me, but touch me, but don't touch me. I just can't. And it's just like, ugh. I don't know why I put up with it. I done so much work, so much healing, and I'm so glad it didn't break me. Like, oh, the last person I was with, that really counted. I done dated a lot of people, but the last person I was really, really, really into it with, well, the time before that, never mind. Even then, it was just like, I just keep trying to love my black men, bro, when it's just backfiring in my motherfucking face. Like, I keep attracting the ones that ain't healed yet. And as I'm on my healing journey, I see that, like, this is what you used to act like. And so now I'm stuck between, like, do I stay and help? Because it's like, karma, deal with it. Or do I just say, I'm too healed for this. I've grown and I've learned and I don't want to deal with this kind of stuff. I see why people left me alone. I see why people was like, no. Yeah, you're done. I see why. And when I see it in other people, I'm just like, bro, you used to be just like me. Hello. Let's get it. Tap into it. Like, it's your mindset. And that nigga's just like, I'm not changing. He said it out of his own mouth. I'm not changing. Like, I like who I am. I'm perfect, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well then be that by yourself. Or with somebody else who will accept you for that shit, because I'm not. But yeah, I wanted to spill y'all that tea. It's been weighing on me. I really ain't had nobody to really talk to it about it. And I've already talked to my friends about it a lot. And I don't want to keep, you know, ringing their ears off about it. But yeah, y'all let me know down in the comments what y'all think. Because yikes on bikes. He can't have me back, unfortunately. Unless he got some money on, some real big bills. Maybe a car of his own or mine. I don't know, child. But yeah, click that notification bell. Hit like, hit subscribe, comment a little something, and love yourself. Too many men and women do not love themselves enough. If you're jealous, if you're envy, if you have resentment towards people, you need to put some more love into yourself. I still got resentment. I ain't even gonna lie. making me a single mother was really not a good idea if you wanted me to be nice to you. But yeah. But other than that, I am pretty happy with my life. I'm very much love myself, and I will not continue to accept anything. You know, good thing it only took 3 months. Last time it took like 6, and I had to. I'm not ready to tell my story yet on that. But anyways, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I love you guys, but more importantly, don't forget to love yourself, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.